All right, back on the show now, and joined now by Annie Horn, the head pro at Kings Island, and Mike McGee, a former touring pro and a current licensed professional instructor. Guys, Masters Sunday, you know, for the second year in a row, it lacked that Sunday drama, but you see such a great performance for the second year in a row. Last year was Bubba Watson. This year it's young Jordan Spieth. It almost doesn't kill the event too much, does it, even when a guy runs away?
Well, like we were talking on the way down, and it's just there's so many things that could happen on that backside. And I know he had a comfortable lead, but there's so much trouble everywhere on the backside at Augusta. But I think it was a pretty exciting tournament.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on it? I mean, he goes out, he shoots an 8 under 64 on Thursday, takes a total stranglehold on it, and then he was unflappable for the next 36.
Well, you know what? Even with like 9 holes to go, he had like a 5-shot lead, I think.
Yeah.
And playing number 10 was not too difficult or whatever, but. Yeah, there's like water on 11, water on 12 in front of the green, water left and right on 13, water on 15, water on 16. So there's just that air of like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Even though he had a big lead, because I mean, he like on 13, the par 5 on 13, he hit it 5 feet over the water on the second shot. Mm-hmm. If it goes in the creek, yeah, who knows what's going to happen?
And he had a flop shot yesterday where everybody said, boy, if he miscalculates here, all of a sudden maybe that gap narrows a little bit. But again, he was unflappable. How rare is that for a 21-year-old? In this setting, I know he's a Crenshaw protege. He's probably been around that course a lot. But at 21, to do this.
You know, I was there Monday on a practice round, and I saw him come out in the range and shaking hands, you know, fresh in from that playoff loss Sunday before, but he just looked so comfortable. He talked to everybody and watched him hit balls. It just Monday he looked awesome. I mean, I know they all look good, but he looked really comfortable Monday.
Mike McGee, you went around on tour in 1987.
Right.
Jordan Spieth seemingly is on page 1 of the leaderboard every week. I mean, we say it on this show every week. Jordan Spieth is somewhere on page 1. How hard is that really? Forget what he did this weekend.
Well, obviously, when I was out there, I was never in the last group. But one thing that people don't may not know is that 3 weeks prior to this, the last 3 tournaments, he's been in the last group.
Right.
3 straight weeks. When I say last group, I'm talking about the last group on Saturday, last group on Sunday, for 3 straight weeks. And now you include the Masters, so that's 4 straight weeks that somebody's in the last group. And that's kind of unheard of for a 21-year-old.
It's unheard of for anybody because, Andy, as you know, it's such an up and down thing. We've had 2 great weeks in a row from Phil Mickelson, but his next event, he won't miss the cut up per se, but he could be way down the board. I mean, it's just hard to be that consistent week in and week out on this tour. Yeah,
but you know, you watch those guys. I'm lucky enough to go to a lot of tournaments and watch practice rounds, but they really work on their short game. I know they hit the ball good, but even Tiger, I was there late Monday night, and he spent almost an hour on the 9th hole, chipping and putting all the way around. So those guys they work on that short game. It pays off on Sunday.
Well, and for Spieth, it really has, because he is not incredibly long off the tees. And ever since they Tiger-proofed Augusta, you would think the bigger, longer hitters off the tee would have the advantage. He's not particularly long, but because he is so precise around the greens, on the putting green, then you could win that tournament without being long, couldn't you, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Plus, he just like really uses his head when he comes around. Like, I mean, he played like the 11th hole today, Andy. I don't know if you saw that, but he was in the trees on number 11, and there's water to the left of the green, and he got up there and he made sure he moved the gallery off way to the right, and he made sure that he hit it way right to make sure there was like no chance that he could hit it in the water, and he just relied on himself getting up and down from 15 yards. And he got it up and down. He chipped it up about 2 feet, and he made the putt.
Last year's winning number would have finished 11 shots behind this year's winning number. Put that in perspective a little bit. I think the best news to come out of these last 4 days, Phil Mickelson. Because Lefty missed the cut at this last year. We weren't sure if this was quite the end for Phil Mickelson. Could we see him compete on this stage ever again? Well, yeah, the answer to that is yes, and I think that's great for golf fans going forward.
Oh yeah, they're already talking about the U.S. Open too, Phil. So
I mean, being him, like he's what's he, 44 or 45 now?
I think 44.
So he's still hanging in there.
Well, and the way these guys take care of their bodies now, it's different when they turn 44 20 years ago. It's different. Okay, let's talk about the local golf season a little bit, because the Masters obviously is always a rite of passage for everybody into the golf season. We've got this weekend some great golf weather around here. If the rain ever stops, we'll have consistent good golf weather. Anything going on at Kings this summer you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah, I mean, the course is in good shape, even though it's kind of wet, but you know, we've got some great junior programs up there, and just everything. We're ready to rock and roll, and all golf courses is we just get some good weather and get you up there.
Yeah, well, I'll take you up on that, no doubt about that. Mike, what's one thing a local guy around here can do to get better this season, to take his game to that next level, whatever that next level may be for somebody?
Well, number one, no one likes to work on their short game.
Yeah.
So if you work on your chipping and putting, number one, that's probably definitely going to help you out. Because, the goal here is to learn how to score. And everybody wants you to just pull out that driver and just bang it.
All right.
But, what we want to do is just work on your short game. You'd be surprised.
It's like the slam dunk in basketball.
Yeah.
You work on the mid-range jumper, all of a sudden you're Steph Curry, right?
Yep,
exactly.
That's the way you got to do it. Andy Horn, Mike McGee, thanks so much for being here tonight.
Sure, of course.
Golf season's off to a great start.
All right, thanks.